And we are live. Let's get these shares in.
Are you live?
All right, guys, we're going to wait till the number is at 100. So please share the shit out of this stream. We had a little complication with the file format, but now we are back. And my camera's not on, but I'm not going to plug it in now because I'm just playing this video for Barry. I'm going to go for standby screen and I'm going to play some music for you guys. And then we're going to go and play Barry's video, which is about 20 minutes long. Standby. So, okay, so we're ready to go. My bad about that first stream. We've reached the threshold, and I'm going to full screen this, and we are going to play it. See you in 20 minutes.
Barry Ramey with the Warboy Studios, and we're in Everglades City at the annual Seafood Festival. We've come here not only to try delicious food, but to find out why Americans think Florida is so great, and also how, and with the greatest threat to America being white Americans, how is there no problems going on? I've managed to walk almost 300 feet within the festival, and not once have I been robbed, mugged, stabbed, or anything of the sort. I'm here with Chase at the Everglades City Annual Seafood Festival, and we've got quite the excellent product to show you. Chase, what do you got for us here?
So guys, I've got the most advanced piece of redneck engineering ever developed in the great United States of America. It's a handline fishing reel on the side of your koozie. For the days when you're hanging out at the sandbar, you're floating a river on a tube, when you're getting Star Spangled hammered out on the 4th of July, all right? We're not packing all of our gear, but we're packing some beer. That's where we come in. You point the spool where you want to cast it. You just pitch it out, grab your slack, tip it back, and start ripping lips and taking sips and reel them in cold all summer long, y'all. As seen on Shark Tank, my dad's the inventor. They're all made here in the U.S. Like I said, my dad, the inventor, has been a fireman for 25 years. Small family business. We're just out here selling tight lines and good times, y'all.
And where can people go to find your product? You got a website?
You can find them on Amazon. You can find them on our website, chillandreal.com. We've also got a TikTok shop set up, so everything's just at Chill and Reel. Chill, the letter N, and Reel, R-E-E-L. And be out there ripping lips and taking sips, y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I've ever seen it, this is redneck American excellence at its finest.
Jerry Edge.
Jerry, let me ask you this: what is your feeling in your as an American right now? What you're seeing in the political environment about the midterms coming up? Are you concerned?
A little bit.
What concerns you the most?
I think a lot of people lost their way.
Yeah.
I don't think people see what's really going on in this country that we're in.
Our kind of zone right there. Just want to know, the question I want to ask is, there's all this alcohol and there's all these people here, yet I haven't heard one gunshot. Nobody's been gotten beat up. Does anybody have an opinion of why that may be a case? Go Trump, we live in Florida. Those seems like pretty legitimate answers. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Nick Thurmer. Again, we're at the Seafood Festival in Everglades City. And what is your company called?
Coastal Cracker.
Coastal Cracker, that is an interesting name. Where did you come up with that?
An outlaw commercial fisherman, Dobie Darna, dubbed that in 2018 at a bar to me. I said, Dobie, who are you, man? He goes, man, I'm a Coastal Cracker. I wrote it down and I was like, let's do this.
And so how's business working out for you? You love this state. How's Florida working out for you?
Florida's my favorite place. I'll only homestead in Pine Island, Florida, Bokeelia.
Why do you like Florida so much?
Because it's where the cowboys meet the coast.
There you go. Cowboys meet the coast. What is your website and where can people go to find your gear?
Right now you can find me on Facebook, Nick Thurmer, or Coastal Cracker Creations on Instagram, or Coastal Cracker on Facebook.
Coastal Cracker on Instagram and Facebook. Ladies and gentlemen, check them out. Another historical reference and point of American cracker redneck excellence right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Amen, amen.
God bless you, brother. Appreciate your time.
Undefeated, undefeated. Undefeated for 2.
So another strange occurrence just happened. I was standing in the way, and a guy and his wife were walking by holding food, and I had this sudden inclination to just get out of the way because they were carrying food. So I let them walk by, and confrontation didn't happen. It's kind of weird how that worked. I don't know, this place is doing something to me. And here we have a wacky liberal protesting us having fun. I'm gonna go ahead and try to get an interview. What seems to be your issue, sir? I just witnessed a seriously rare phenomenon. 2 men bumped into each other by accident. One of them spilled a couple drops of beer, and immediately one man turned to the other man and said, "My apologies," and there was no fight or issue. Barry Ramey here again, and I'm with Steven here at the Everglades City Seafood Festival with a brilliant name for his company, White Bait Matters. White Bait Matters, and here I am, I'm with Steven. Steven, tell me a little bit about your company and how you chose that name.
Well, if you know anything about fishing, you know that white bait's the best bait out there to be able to catch fish.
Facts.
I got a really creative mind, and a lot of stuff I do is like a play on words. So I came up with this idea one day when my father and I were fishing in Charlotte Harbor. A lot to drink, not catching any fish, and finally netted up a whole shitload of white bait. Got into catching fish. On the way back, I stopped the boat and I said, "Dad, I'm gonna make a shirt one day to say White Bait Matters," and he kind of shrugged it off. Well, I did, and the timing of it was absolutely perfect. Well, some may call it perfect, some not. It was when that gentleman up north got choked out or something. What was his name? Floyd? Something like that.
Yeah, I heard about that. Something about that.
Something happened, but regardless, it was at that proper time. And then I started getting some hate mail, and I had a conservative women's group that decided they want to try to dox me. I have all the documents I can show it to you after this, but send me pictures of myself and my business and everything that they wanted to try to do to me, and just had to kindly give them a little warning, like, I'm not the person to fuck with. You know, I'm not fucking with you, don't mess with me. That's pretty much it.
And you were actually telling me before that you were almost like apolitical. You didn't even have a political view on it. You just thought it was a clever name.
Yeah, it's a play on words. Yeah, white bait does matter. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, it's not just the little bait. It's menhaden, it's fish oil, it's anybody that's in the fishing industry. Like people that go to the beach and you guys are sitting out there and watching the pelicans dive in the water, that's white bait. So if you fish, you understand it, you know what it is.
And then I'll be the first to say black cod tastes delicious, but I'm not fishing with it. I'm fishing with white bait.
Absolutely.
Hey, thank you very much, and I appreciate your time. Where can people go to find your business and check out your website?
Whitebaitmatters.com, or if you're on Instagram, the hashtag whitebaitmatters. You're going to see me in this little southern beach over there. Say me and my DD. The DD is for double D's or DD.
All right, whitebaitmatters.com, ladies and gentlemen, check it out. And are you enjoying your crawfish etouffee?
Of course. It's amazing.
Love you. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, baby.
Very minimal septum piercings here, I noticed. Thank you for your service, sir. God bless you.
So I am Florida-based. Everything's organic, preservative-free, no additives, no artificial dyes, no nothing. I grow all my peppers. I grow a lot of my other ingredients, and everything's Florida-based.
Well, I'm Dave Shealy. I'm the lead skunk ape researcher at Skunk Ape Research Headquarters. We're located in the Florida Everglades. I saw my first skunk ape when I was 10 years old, and it's just kind of been my mission to prove their existence. And that's what we're doing here. We got some merchandise. I raised a little money to subsidize my research. And
so you've seen one when you were 10. Have you ever seen one after that?
oh yeah, in 2000, I took the famous footage that Smithsonian has on YouTube, Dave Shealy skunk ape footage, if you want to look at it. If you see it, keep in mind that thing's in about 2 foot of water, and it's running like a deer. It's never been disproven. It's the most conclusive evidence ever collected of a Bigfoot type animal living here in Florida.
That's amazing. So let me ask you this. Your company represents the skunk ape and your research for it. Does any of the funding go into that to help you research and prove it?
Oh yes, all of it does. I mean, it basically keeps the lights on.
So your passion is to find this thing, and you've actually created a capitalistic company to fund your own research and your passion.
Yeah, I had to. It's a little hard to get any kind of type of government funding for what's considered to be a cryptoid. So I've had to kind of go out of the box and get my research money, earn it the hard way.
So you didn't apply for EBT or food stamps in order to be able to do this.
No.
A lot of hard work.
No, I've never gotten anything, and I've never really needed anything because we're pretty self-sufficient out in the Everglades.
That's awesome. Where can people go to find your website, your store, anything like that?
You can go to Skunk Ape Headquarters. We have cabins, we have 100 campsites. We're a big facility, and if somebody's wanting to come out to the Everglades, they can contact us. It's Skunk Ape Research Headquarters, and that'll link. We do a lot. Canoe rentals, we do a lot.
That's awesome. Basically all Florida, the Florida experience, plus you might be able to see a skunk ape.
That's right. That's what we're hoping for.
There you go. God bless you, sir. Appreciate your time, man. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
About 5 hours into it and still have not been robbed, attacked, or stolen from. Can't figure out the common denominator. I don't know why. There's alcohol here. There's a large gathering of people, and nobody has tried to rob me or beat me up. I can't figure it out. Here at the Seafood Festival, and I ran into Congresswoman Maxine Waters here in Everglades City, Florida. Sir, how much have you had to drink today? Can I ask you a question? Have you seen any fights or any kind of altercations while waiting in line for alcohol?
No.
Not one, right?
No.
Not one altercation?
Not one.
Strange. I wonder why this keeps happening. I don't understand. Thank you.
That's pretty cool.
How are you, sir? I'm here with Eric, another conservative faith-based company that we find here at Everglades City. Eric, what can you tell us about your company?
Well, we're Brave Country Outfitters. We're out of St. Augustine, Florida. We're founded by an Army and Navy veteran family, and faith is probably the most important thing in regards to our company. We're not like your traditional vet-owned brands. When we say we're looking at what we do and how we do it, and the content that we put on our shirts is important. You're not going to find graphic, sexist, racist, just angry stuff, because you can't love JC and follow JC and put that stuff out there. So you got to be above it, and we think that building a brand that is above it, we can be successful, and people have really followed behind it. Our top-selling hat and shirt are both faith-based items, and we're just having a good time out here. And
Do you notice a resurgence in Christianity in America recently?
I know that I see more of the content online, the idea that we're allowed to share it more without repercussions, or we're looking at we don't care. So I see a double-sided. I see that it's more accepted because we're getting younger people into the faith and getting excited about being Christ followers.
Awesome, awesome. And where can people go to find your company?
You can catch us out on the big three socials, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at Brave Country Outfitters, or on our website. And if you're ever in St. Augustine, the nation's oldest city, we've got a brick and mortar store there. We just opened last year.
Awesome. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time, man. God bless you.
Thank you.
I got it, bud.
And all that. It's like almost like they're a different species.
They really are.
It's so strange.
It is. You're paying attention, I see. I'm here with a liberal Democrat trying to find out what their issue is. Sir, what are your problem today? Do you have an opinion?
So Everglades Fishing Company, I started it 10 years ago, started a charter business, had two really busy first 2 years, had a 23-day run, had a cracked boot, and then I realized that nobody makes good products for us fishermen or the people alike. And I got back in business and started making the best boot on the market, and then that led into needing a retail store to sell it. And then I just realized there's a lot more products that we could better, and that's where I fill in.
So you're basically a true entrepreneur. You started off from scratch making a boot, and now you've got your boot licensed, marketed through your own company by your own hard work.
And last week we did 1 day of sales, which was my first year of business.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So ladies and gentlemen, Everglades Fishing Company, Everglades City, check them out. Where can people go to find your website?
EvergladesFishingCompany.com. Every new drop, first 24 hours, 50% off. Nobody in the business is doing it.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Check them out, Everglades Fishing Company.
Good product.
All right, I'm here with Magna Khalifa, and this is an incredible story. Her company is the epitome of an American-based company. She herself is a veteran. Magna, tell me a little bit about your company.
Yes, so Triangle Fragrance, it's luxury scents for men and women, a true American brand. It is the only luxury brand that is not only 100% ingredient transparent, but it is made without the parabens, phthalates, all those dirty toxins. Because when I was in Iraq, I was exposed to a lot of the toxins. So I'm super sensitive to a lot of the items that are out there right now. So I made a amazing quality luxury scent for men and women that honors, obviously, the red, white, and blue, what our brothers and sisters have fought and died for.
That is absolutely incredible. Tell me about your book here. I'm holding it in my hand, The American Dream. Tell me about this.
Yeah, so American Dream, it captures history, a little bit of September 11th and war. I went to Iraq in 2004, 2006 to 2007 with the surge and everything. But I wrote it as a mindset book, and it turned into a self-help book, because when you're writing, that often happens. So it captures history, but as you can see, like D is for discipline, R is for resilience, E for endurance, A for adaptability, and M for mentorship. So I'm trying to leave a little something for the next generation and the younger generations, because I realized our country was shifting in 2019 when I wrote it. 2 months after publishing it, I realized I needed a physical product to bring people back to the story in there, and this freedom triangle, which is about taking control of your life without drugs, alcohol, medications, or prescriptions. So Triangle Fragrance, inspired by the Freedom Triangle in the book.
That's incredible. And you are a veteran-owned company.
Yes, yep.
That is awesome. Thank you so much for your service. Where can people go to find your product?
Sure, trianglefragrance.com, or to any of the events, like this beautiful event that we're at right now.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for your time. Check it out, freedomtriangle.com. It is getting a little nerve-wracking. I've heard AOC, Jake Tapper, so many people say that white Americans are the greatest threat to our country, and I'm surrounded by them. I don't know. I don't know how to feel right now. I don't know how to feel. We may have found one of those Epstein guys. Then I'm here with Eric, and Eric makes this fine collection of hats. If you've seen them, we've got them in the B-roll, as you will notice. Eric, what inspires you to make these hats?
Second Amendment all the way, you know. I mean, we got to be patriotic about our country. If we're going to stand for anything, we're going to fall for it, you know.
Absolutely. How do you feel about the current political climate? And I mean after Donald Trump won till now, how do you feel that we're going?
I think that if Pam Bondi is correct, we need to really drain the swamp and go ahead and let it crash.
And that's an interesting point that you bring up about Pam Bondi. Now, I'm very, very pro-Trump. I'm very, very protective of Trump. But that ends with him, and sometimes I don't extend it to his administration. How do you feel about Pam Bondi? Do you feel that she could be doing a better job, or do you feel that maybe she's in the muck and she is doing what she needs to do?
No, they're definitely not doing everything that they can do. They definitely stepped on their tongue on everything that they've said about Epstein. They're not going to release anything. You know something? They're going to feel the wrath of this.
And
the people are not giving up. The people are not giving up.
And you, as a MAGA supporter, that is important to you. You care about this, the truth coming out about this.
Well, when you support somebody and you think that they're going to enlist your views, you know, and then they do not.
So you're not in a cult, is what you're saying. You're willing to stand for your values no matter who's in the administration.
I think we all need to.
You're 100% right. It was good talking to you. I'm here with Captain Kent Daniels, an American legend with an American company based right here out of Florida, who has a very interesting story, and his slogan starts with, "It's not your average smuggling story." Tell me more, Captain Kent.
We was a family, and we was from the area. We knew the area, and nobody knew it any better than us. In 1974, I got into it, and I was 14 years old, and I got into it by accident. In other words, when I say accident, my dad had gotten sick, and we was commercial mullet fishermen. So I took the boat out fishing. It was after dark, and another boat approached me and said, "I need your boat." And I said, "I kind of need it too." And he was a elder and my dad's cousin, and I'm Southern. So I asked him how long it was going to take, and he just a couple hours. And so I went with him, and the history was made. And then about 2 years later, my dad got in it, and he was the kingpin of the family. And there was 29 of my immediate family whenever we finally went down. But now, when I say went down, they never did catch us. They never caught us with an ounce of pot, and we never hauled nothing but pot. They finally got us on conspiracy. And if y'all don't know what conspiracy is,
we do.
Okay, because that's what it was, and we pled guilty to it just to get that devil out of it.
Did they give you any time?
Yeah, I've done 5 years. I got 5 years.
Federal? Where'd you do your time?
Everything was federal. There was 29 of us that went down in federal. Dad got 13 years, done 9. His brother Daryl, his right-hand man, he got 13 years plus another 3 for tax evasion. And
anyone go to FCI Miami down here?
We started out there.
Okay.
And then we left there. Part of them went to Eglin, and now we went and then Dad and Daryl and then went to Tallahassee.
Okay.
And then we was in Maxwell Air Force Base, Montgomery, Alabama.
Right.
And then Dad and Daryl then come up to us because we also could lay block.
Right.
And that's what they was building there. Daryl was a block mason, so they brought them there, and then naturally, that's how we all got in. It was there.
So now you have a legit company, and what do you guys do?
I'm a guide fisherman to start with, and this company here come about, and I actually done it for my kids, and thinking that they was going to take it and run it, and hopefully they will before long. And we have the knives that we come out with. The knives is a knife off of the old hickory from years back. That's the knife we use to butcher our turtle that we ate, the manatee, the wading birds, and everything else, the deer, the hog. And it's a carbon steel, it ain't a stainless steel. And the handles are hard wood. And it's just an all around good knife. Then we have the shirts, and we have a few hats and different things like this. And I do have a couple books out, Ghost People of the Everglades. And
I've actually read your book.
It's actually a decent book. And actually we got a couple documentaries out. One, The Outlaws of the Everglades. They haven't released it yet. We've done a film festival in Key West back in November the 16th. We just done a festival down at the Smallwood store, the celebration of the Raising It from the ground up. That's 100-year anniversary. And then we're going to be in Cabbage Key the 28th of February. And then I think in May I got another film festival.
Where can people go to find your website?
Actually, I don't have a website. I use Facebook and stuff like this.
Where's that at?
Pretty much just on Facebook. It's just Outlaws of the Everglades, but you'll have to come to my page, Kent Daniels, and then it takes you right to it. There is another one that somebody else come out with on my name, and I don't suggest anybody going to it.
Yeah, I don't think going against one of the original Florida Cowboys of the Everglades is a good idea. That's just my personal opinion. So over 5 hours at the Seafood Festival in Everglades City, alcohol, lots of people, lots of loud music, and not one shooting, stabbing, or robbery. Very weird. We're gonna have to figure out what the common denominator is here.